Welcome, College of the Desert students. We have here Carla Luera, who is 8 months pregnant, even more than 8 months pregnant. And yoga is very meaningful to Carla. And we organize a flow of some postures that will just make you feel good and connect you to your body, your mind, and your spirit. We also have with us Lisa Holloway. Both of these students are in our yoga teacher training program. And so we just came together and collaborated to share a sequence with you and support you in your journey of prenatal yoga. So let us start with
setting our intention.
Yes, let's set our intention.
Thank you guys for joining us today. If you can find a comfortable seated position, one that you can hold for a long period of time, and join me in either putting both palms on your knees facing up, hands to center, or as I like to do it, I like to put right hand over my heart and left hand on my baby, or either hand works. And close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. If not, you can gaze at the tip of your nose. Just take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Slowly feel the warmth of your body, your blood flowing, your heart pumping, your baby or babies. The ability to create life, express gratitude. Find a sense of peace in that feeling, in knowing that in this moment everything is just as it needs to be and you are where you need to be. Through your breath, send that breath to your growing baby or babies and dedicate this time to yourself. You deserve it. Dedicate this time to your baby or babies. They deserve it. And as we move forward, as you move your body, envision you creating the life that you've envisioned for your children or your future children to join you. And that's pretty good.
Beautiful. Carla, I know Carla enjoys the aspect of pranayama, the breath work. And we talked about this at the beginning, that we would like to start off with 3 cleansing breaths. And with these 3 cleansing breaths, we're going to inhale positivity, right? And exhale maybe something that is stressing us or something negative, just building on this opportunity to come together, body, mind, and spirit, nourishing this beautiful baby that you are growing. So let's do that together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. We're going to start off with a wide-legged child's pose. And Carla's going to widen her knees, big toes touching. And she's going to create room for her torso, working on the hips coming towards those heels. The hands are about shoulder width apart. She's pressing through those palms. And she is really, it's about creating length in the spine. It's about also coming into maybe any stiffness or any pain that you might be experiencing with your growing belly. So as she rests the forehead to the ground, she's going to lengthen the spine and simply inhale and exhale through the nose and calm the mind. We're going to stay here a minute or so and just come into this beautiful posture, Balasana. Transitioning to all fours, Carla is going to have the hands under the shoulders and knees under the hips, and possibly tucking the toes into the ground here.
Now we're going to be moving into cat-cow. In the first movement we're going to do, as we inhale, we're going to look up, but don't crank your neck, and think about your chest coming through your arms as your tailbone goes out the back. And then we're going to exhale as we look down, push away from the ground, hollow our belly, and scoop our tail in.
I'm going to also microphone you, Lisa, here too, because you have so much good things to say here. So I'm going to put that on here and see if that helps, so we can share this with the students.
So here we go again. We're going to look up, move our heart through our arms, and exhale, tailbone out the back. Look down, push away from the ground, hollow, draw your core in towards your spine, and you notice your tailbone automatically comes in. And then we're going to go again. Inhale, look up, exhale, then inhale, look up, tailbone out the back, exhale, bring that core to your spine as you push away from the mat.
It's almost like you're giving your baby a hug from the inside when you're in this position.
And as you go back to inhaling, you're giving your baby a little bit more room, or yourself a little bit more room on it. So now we're going to inhale, exhale, 2 more times on your own. And we're coming into neutral table. From here, we're going to do some lateral stretches, and I'll be mirroring you. So have your feet straight out. Get yourself centered on your sit bones. Think about, in this position, we want to be opening both sides of our torso when we get moving here. So I'm on your side, it's going to be your left. And we're going to open our leg as far as we can and comfortable, still keeping the spine neutrally aligned. Take the other leg and you're going to bring that leg into as close to your pelvis wherever you get it to be comfortable at. So Carla's showing here.
Whatever feels comfortable to you. You're not trying to challenge yourself.
So from here, again, think about we're leveling of our pelvis and we're lifting and creating space here. And so I want you to take your hand on your left side, put it wherever it falls with the back of the hand on the spine. The other hand comes on the hip, and what we're doing here is we're trying to get the shoulder blade in the back to kind of just relax and drop down. And it's also helping us start to get a little bit of the mid-thoracic rotation that we're kind of build with. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're going to start moving off to our left. And wherever you find that you're starting to hold your breath, that's where you're going to stop your movement and just breathe into it. If you feel comfortable enough, you can bring your hand up and over towards your ear direction. If you can make it to your toes, you can do a yogi grip on that toe. And here, what we're looking to do is open this whole lateral body. We don't want to collapse on that left side. We still want to think about creating space. And if you breathe into, when you breathe in, think about lengthening and then relax. Lengthen and relax. And when you're ready to come back out of the posture, you put your hand back on your hip and allow yourself to come right back up. So now we're going to switch our legs. So as far as you can move your right leg, bring in the other leg as far as you can, whatever's comfortable. Again, remember, we want to be lifting our spine and creating some space here. Your right hand goes on your thigh or your shin, whichever is comfortable for you to get. The other hand, remember, we're going to put it on our left hip to kind of open the space here in our chest. As we get ready, we inhale to lengthen, and now we start to go over. Wherever you start to hold your breath, that's where you probably need to stop, reassess, and then allow yourself to kind of go on if you have that in your ability. Think about your hand coming over your ear, and you can look up if you want. Carla, do you have any other things to add into this?
I want to say that your body is releasing a lot of relaxin during pregnancy. So I have this in my practice. Some of you guys might just be here, and you don't want to overstretch. You may not want to gaze up, do the acid reflux, gaze at the ground, but don't overstretch because that can cause pain. And because we're pregnant and releasing relaxin, we think we could do it, and not a good time to, again, challenge your body.
Okay, so as we come back out of it, we're going to be moving to tabletop, and then from there, Wendy's going to take over, and we'll move on into our practice a little bit deeper.
And Carla is going to demonstrate the way she transitions. So here we are. We're going to start in a tabletop, and we're going to first explore into down dog, Adho Mukha. So Carla's feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. Beautiful. And she's pressing through those palms. She's creating length in her spine here. She looks really nice. Beautiful. And just breathing in on both sides of the spine, the right and the left side. Breathing into any stiffness, as well as breathing into the backs of the body, the hamstrings here. So enjoying this posture. Inhale, we create length. Exhale, rooting into the ground. Carla is going to creatively come into this transition where she lowers back to her knees and tabletop, hands under the shoulders. She's utilizing these yoga blocks here, which she has them turned up here, pressing down for stability. Good. She draws. She has the right foot. She's bringing the right foot forward. And what comes next, Carla? She presses up. Good.
Whatever in this front is one. If you don't have blocks, books would work great as well.
And go ahead now. You draw that back leg forward. Am I correct? Or how do you? Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Back leg. Good. A little halfway lift here, just creating length in the spine. Gently bend the knees here. Come into a little forward fold, maybe a little bit wider. Good. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up, and open the chest, open the heart. The birds are singing. Exhale, heart centered. Beautiful. Coming to the center of our mat now. I'm going to remove the block for you. I love the way Carla showed you how to utilize the blocks as a prop to help you transition and get up and down from the ground. So here we are. We're going to take it a little bit wider. Let's go about a 1 leg length difference here in our Prasarita stance, our 5-point star. Both feet are pointed straight ahead. Rotate those big toes in just slightly. And I want you to draw those arms out, Carla. Good. Strengthening the arms, rooting into the ground, creating length in the spine, and energy out the fingertips. Beautiful. We're going to stay here several breaths, just knowing that there's value in these grounding postures, in these standing postures. As Carla continues to mirror you here, she's going to turn your left foot here and she's going to straighten it, preparing for extended triangle. I'm going to place the block on the inside to help her, and it's okay to lower to the thigh or the shin, wherever you are. But let's come into the pose. Inhale, we create length. Exhale, reach towards that fence, Carla, and lower the hand to either the shin, yes, or the block, shoulder over the other shoulder, top ribs back, bottom ribs forward, and expand from the heart. Beautiful. Breathe into that intention. Breathe into this back hip. Just enjoying the fruits of this posture. We're going to stay here several breaths. Inhale, rooting with both feet. Inhale, rooting and rising. Transitioning back to our Prasarita stance, both feet facing forward. Rotate those big toes in slightly. Let's do another little cleansing breath, Carla. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. You're going to adjust your right foot this time and point it straight ahead. The back foot rotates in just slightly, about 15 degrees. It's about a heel to heel ratio there in the standing posture. Beautiful. And we're working on that front leg rotating from inside out the best that we can, knowing we're going to meet you where you are here. Inhale, we create length. Exhale, reaching towards that fence, Carla. Hand to either the shin, the thigh, or to the block. Shoulder over the other shoulder. Energy out these fingertips. Continue to breathe into this release of the torso. Top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Cultivating the arches, the inner arches of both feet. Padabandha, we call that. Rooting into the ground. Inhale, roots and rise. Come back to our little Prasarita stance. Both feet, yes. Cleansing breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Verabdrasana 2, Warrior 2. Carla, you're going to turn your left foot, point it straight ahead, and maybe drop that back foot an inch or two as we have that left knee pointed straight over the toes towards the pinky toe side. And energy is coming out of the left palm. Good. The left fingertips, both fingertips actually. Breathe into this left hip opening and to continue to press outer edge of that back foot, activating that back inner arch, building strength. We're going to hold here several breaths. Transitioning, let's go explore extended angle a little bit where we lower the left elbow or shoulder, maybe inside the knee, kind of 6 o'clock arms, just knowing we're creating space in this torso for this beautiful baby that you are creating. We'll stay here several breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Inhaling, rooting and rising. Beautiful. Back to Verabdrasana 2. Open that left hip. Adjust both feet. Prasarita stance, our 5-point star. Yes. Cleansing breath together again. Inhale. Exhale. I love it. Adjusting your right foot this time, Carla. Yes, 90 degrees. Knee towards that pinky toe side. Beautiful. Verabdrasana 2. Shoulders away from the ears. Confidence, knowing you're even strengthening your arms here. Beautiful. Continue to press outer edge of the back foot. Stay here several breaths. Coming into extended angle. Inhale, we create length. Exhale, lowering the right elbow or shoulder inside the knee. 6 o'clock arms here. Continue to leverage this beautiful torso rotation. Feel the top ribs come back, bottom ribs forward, and breathe into this space, this beautiful posture. Inhale, create length, root and rise. Prasarita stance again, both toes rotate inward. Energy out those fingertips, confidence. Cleansing breath, inhale. Exhale. Heel toe it in just a bit, Carla. Beautiful. We're going to take you back down that ladder to tabletop. However you adjust yourself to get there. She's got her props. I love how she uses a blanket. She makes herself nice and comfortable here. Big toes touching, widen the knees, resting the forehead to the ground. Good. Or the block, or even a pillow. Continue to draw the hips back towards the heels. And again, it's all about length in the spine here. It's all about connecting to our breath, our intention, living with intention, our body growing with intention, and hope for the future. We're going to stay here 1 minute, connecting to our breath, enjoying this posture. Balasana, wide-legged child's pose. Carla is going to transition into a neutral tabletop, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. I'm going to mic Lisa here again.
We're going to now return to visiting cat and cow. And so remember, as you inhale, think about your heart coming forward as you look up and tailbone out the back. And then as you exhale, look down, round your back, and press away from the ground. Inhale, tailbone out. Exhale, tailbone in. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring your core to your spine. 3 more on your own. Back to neutral table. And from here, we're going back to our lateral side stretch. So come to the center of your mat, your legs straight out. Feel your sit bones. And when I say sit bones, if you're not familiar with that, you can always slide your fingers underneath your bum and you can feel that bony prominence. That's your sit bones that we're talking about. And so now we're going to take our left leg as far as you can comfortably to the side. Think about lifting up. Take your right hand, place it wherever it can fall along your leg. Your right hand to your hip to open up the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, keep lifting out as you go over to wherever you feel most comfortable and that you're not holding your breath. Once you get there, you can either keep your hands on your hip or you can bring your arms up and over. If you've got a little bit more that you can go, you can reach out and grasp your toe. If you can't, that's okay. It's where you're at. Breathe in, thinking about lengthening. Exhale. Think about the space that you've got happening on your right side right now, in your torso. As we get ready to come back, if your hand's not already on your hip, place your hands to your hip and then come back up. Now we're moving on over to the other side. So we're going to take our right leg, put it to the side. The other leg, we're bending it wherever that foot falls, that's okay. Think about, again, you're creating space. Your left hand goes on your hip. The right hand is going to be wherever it falls on the leg right now. As you inhale to create length, allow yourself to go over to the side. If you find yourself again holding your breath, that's probably the spot that you might want to come back a little bit more back from, just a tad. Otherwise, think about, as you inhale, how you're creating more space inside your thoracic area. And here we come back up.
We are going to explore supported Badakanasana, one of Carla's favorite postures. Which I have the pillow, right? We've been waiting for this. Now, if you want to pause, I'd like you to get a pillow. So if you want to pause and come back, a pillow or a, thank you, Lisa, or even a couch pillow would work. Something to help elevate and support you as we explore this beautiful supported butterfly posture. So here I've got the block, and I'm going to set it up about kind of a third from the top of the bolster. And I'm leveling, so it's a little inclined position. And Carla's now is going to lay back onto this beautiful pillow that you have, this couch pillow. Now you either can keep the legs straight, but I'm going to encourage you to come into the supported butterfly. The soles of the feet come together. I love how Carla naturally places her hands inside the knees and opening the adductors and the inner groins. This is huge for women that are pregnant. This is huge for also preparing for delivery and just the withstands that pregnancy goes through. It's here that we're going to stay here several minutes, just reaping the benefits of the supported Badakanasana. Soles of the feet together. Again, Carla's hands are inside the knees. We're breathing into opening up the groin and the adductors. Inhale, we create length. We can feel the breath rise up through the chest, out the crown of the head. Exhale, we can feel the breath come back down the spine. Surrender to this pose. This pose will also kind of serve as our Shavasana today. So we're going to stay here a while. And preparing to come out of this supported Badakanasana. Little movements in your fingers and toes. And Carla's extending those legs straight. And we'll come back to a seated, little easy Sukhasana position. Carla, if you don't mind reflecting back on the intention of the practice before we close today. I'm going to give you the microphone too, just to hold.
Thank you. So I want us to go back to our breath. Maybe put your both hands or one hand on your heart, one hand on your baby, or a prayer, whatever feels good to you. Maybe you're relaxing them on your legs. And if it feels good to you, close your eyes. If not, gaze at the tip of your nose. Be grateful for this moment of peace that you created for yourself. You deserve it. Be grateful for the ability to create life, to give life to not only your children, but yourself through movement of your body and your breath. As your day goes on, know that you are capable to take on any of the challenges, things that are out of your control. Leave them there and focus on your breath, the energy that you just cultivated. Be very selective on who you give your energy to, especially after giving yourself the opportunity to cultivate positivity, gratitude, and light. Thank you for this moment and for your time. Slowly open your eyes. Thank
Beautiful,
you.
Carla.
Namaste.
Namaste.